Looking for places to go, things to do? Welcome to our community calendar. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and Museum has mapped out a unique exhibit, Grateful Dead, The Long Strange Trip. Visitors will discover finished and working manuscripts for classic songs, original artwork that inspired many of the group's album covers, and the band's well-used instruments. You can tour the exhibit through the end of the year. To find out more, call 216-515-8444 or click to www.rockhall.com.
For 175 years, there has been one hospital that has cared not only for the physical well-being of its patients, but also our whole community. Dr. Richard Fradiani is here to share why we're all going to want to celebrate Metro Health's very special anniversary. Dr. Fradiani is Professor Emeritus of Surgery at Case Western Reserve University and the Director of the Burn Center at Metro Health. We are honored to have you here today.
Thank you very much.
So Metro Health is special in several ways, of course, but maybe the most important is this commitment to the community and needs of Cleveland. So tell us about that.
Well, those roots go back to our beginning 175 years ago, where it was the first medical institution in the city. The city hadn't been around very long. The state, came into the Union in 1803. And it was devoted to caring for patients in those days, mostly communicable diseases, because we had no antibiotics, we had no sophisticated therapy.
Yeah, things have come
and so
a long
you had
way.
to sequester people that had communicable disease, and that's what we became, as the infirmary for the ill. But the interesting thing is that soon after, or just before we were established as an institution, the medical school was established at what was then Western Reserve University, and there was a cholera epidemic in 1843, and the medical school used those patients to teach the students at the medical school.
Oh.
So our association with the medical school goes back
way
right back to our very founding principles.
Which is service, really, it sounds like, to the community and to those patients.
Exactly.
So now there's state-of-the-art care, and a lot of that includes providing services that other hospitals don't provide that are in this area. So tell me about some of those services.
Well, we had the polio service in the days before the Salk vaccine, and one of our honorees at the 175th Gala was Dr. Fred Robbins, who won the Nobel Prize in Medicine for his work that led to the development of that vaccine.
Okay.
So that was one of our first. Since then, we've had, the burn unit and the trauma center and the helicopter. We've had the high-risk pregnancy unit, the comprehensive care for multiply handicapped children. There's a whole host of special services that we provide to the community because they need to be provided.
Okay, and I know you mentioned before that Case Western and the hospital have a real close connection. Doctors have to teach as well as practice.
All the physicians at Metro Health are on the faculty of the medical school. So we teach the medical students, we teach residents, we teach nursing students, a whole variety of students. But it is an academic medical center in the truest sense of the word, because it has a close tie with the medical school, and we teach a lot of the curriculum at the medical school.
And I know that doctors help not only the area, but the research has impacted the field of medicine like very broadly, like the polio.
Oh yes.
That you talked about earlier.
Indeed. Indeed. There are stories that I could regale you with in terms of the contributions of the doctors at Metro Health.
So we're getting care from the ones who teach it, which is great. So where do you see Metro Health in the next 175 years?
The absolute most important thing that distinguishes Metro Health is our mission to help people with whatever they need, regardless of their ability to pay. We don't turn anybody away. There's a compassionate care that is rendered to anyone, rich, poor, whatever. And that has always been our tradition, and that is what draws many of the physicians that practice there, is this sense of mission which the hospital embodies. And I think if you were to talk to all of us on the medical staff, that's one of the things we'd say we're the most proud of.
And that's so important, especially these days. So,
Indeed.
on behalf of all of us at Golden Opportunities, we congratulate Metro Health on its 175th anniversary, and thank you and them for caring for and about our community. And we wish you and them 175 more years of service to the community. So thank you, Dr. Fradiani, for joining us here today.
My pleasure. Thank you so much. Thank you.
To learn more, call Metro Health at 216-778-7800 or log on to www.metrohealth.org. Next, move it or lose it.